Party people in the place to be. Live from 58 Dream Street, we're Jamesin' with Games. Waffle Syrup, hello. Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. It's been a hectic Sunday here. I'm getting started a few minutes late, in fact, because, well, among other things, my building, which must have like 260 units, I would say, at least. Many of them 2 or 3 bedroom. I think actually 2 bedrooms is the highest. But many 2 bedrooms. Currently has 5 functioning dryers in the laundry room. So there's a lot of having to go back and forth to find a free dryer to conclude my laundry doing. And then on top of that, what's my other complaint? The elevator. Someone must be moving in or moving out because one of the elevators is on service. 2 elevators in this building with 260 units. One of them on service. So I thought I'd timed everything right, but I didn't leave myself enough slack. But here we go. Back to the wonderful world of Star Control. All right. Just got to fix all my windows here because they go haywire when launching full screen DOSBox applications and then coming back out of full screen. There we go. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Keep my eye on the audio there. See if we're... Yeah, it seems like it might be a little... Oh no. That's painful. I used to live in a building that had that kind of setup. Like every other floor or whatever has its own laundry room, or every floor has its own laundry room, as the case may be. This building is old enough that it has one laundry room with 10 dryers and 10 washers at the best of times. And the best of times were probably in the mid to late 70s. So it can get kind of rough. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take stock. I'm still using my direly suboptimal hybrid bad controller and other thing method. All right, here we are. Yeah, so I've spent my resource units, got my full thing of fuel. I don't have any biosamples, but I do think I did. I think I had the credits I needed. So let's go to the star map, because as today's title suggests, I would like to head towards the, what is it? I don't know how to pronounce it, but the Lynch-Nos system at the northern edge of the known galaxy. Oh, waffle syrup. Well, now you know that you got the code now. It's just you got to pay a time tax taking the elevator to a different floor. But that's crummy. Certainly the laundry pricing ought to be consistent, I would think. Okay, so a little thought here. I can get double-sized fuel tanks, and I believe I still have enough Melnorm credits here to do so. Then, though, what would my plan be? If it's 17.2 to here, it's really tough to kind of put these all together. But let's say, well, the whole journey would be not quite half. Gotta think here. You know what? We'll see what the fuel reserves are like on the way back. No, might as well hit it. Because I think the best path is going to be to shoot up here through Ord space and then skim around the Korra Ur-Quan space to try to avoid hazards. And then hopefully while we're up there, we get a whole lot of resources because we're going to use a full tank of fuel. Who knows what we're going to encounter on the way. And then hopefully if we get back alive and no new crises, we can head to Spathi space because I would love to be able to build more eluders. I have a full crew right now. A full fleet, I should say. But, oh, you know what? I need one more thing, don't I? Back to the starbase. I only have one lander. Be a disaster to get out there and lose a lander and not be able to harvest the resources I need to keep it going. Alright. Looks like I need to get all the way off the starbase. Then I can fly back in to the outfit the starship section. One new module, please. Planetary lander. Man, I wish the Melnorm. Lighting's a little odd here. Hold on. Ho ho! Hello, British. Looking a little shiny on one side of my face. I don't know that I fixed it just now. I don't know that I'm vain enough to mess around with that right now. Anyway, that's fine. There. I'll just sit back a little. It's good. It is. It is what it is. All right. Here we go. So let's head to the Zeeman system first. Track down our Melnorm friend. See about those double capacity fuel tanks that obviously won't be filling up right now, but that would put us in a nice position fuel wise. So here we go. Chart of course. Ensign, make it so. Ah, British. I did notice that. I haven't opened it, but I popped it down to read, and I saw that you watched the video. I will read the whole message later. I was in a scramble to get this going because there's some laundry issues in my building. Slalandro following us. Chase us forever, you lousy jerk. We have equivalent speed to you, or slightly faster. I might be slightly pulling away on them. Not 100% sure there. But here we go. I think I am pulling away. Ever so slowly. Which will hopefully give the autopilot enough time to orient and activate thrusters when we leave the Zeeman Galaxy. Just lead this Slalandro drone on a goose chase across the galaxy. As long as it's doing that, it's not killing random strangers. Well, I mean, there are some random strangers we might not so much mind if it was killing. Aw, thanks. You're my favorite shop. Oh wait, damn. 141 credits. That's not going to be enough. Is it? I'm gonna double check. Yeah. Double capacity fuel tanks. I would like to buy it. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll be leaving. It was very nice to see you. And now we're gonna try to artfully weave, avoid unnecessary confrontations, because who knows what's waiting for us in the Lynch's system. Or systems. Since it's a constellation of 8, that's an essential part of the clue. Man, this guy's going to catch me if I'm not alert for when autopilot has disengaged. Or for that matter. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I can defeat him. If it comes to that. If need be. Oh yeah. Alright. But let's hear him out. Yeah. Okay, hey, a new dialogue choice. He doesn't have a problem. That's good. Oh. He does have a problem. He wants to deconstitute me. Oh, there's the problem. I'm reading the camera wrong. My face is bright from the other side. Boom! Easily fixed once it's diagnosed properly. Alright, here we go. Still using this crummy hybrid system that I don't believe will accept inputs from both of my hands at the same time. Ah, and Graham gets the bad draw here. You'd think by now, British, since what? How long have I been teaching online since 2020. It's been like almost coming up on 2 years of just constantly observing myself on camera. And I still never quite... Okay. It's going to be a real shame if we lose both our Earthling cruisers. Okay. Direct hit. Okay, well, it is what it is. Fwifo, you're in the hot seat, buddy. It's hard for Fwifo to land a hit, really, but he only needs to land one. And it is not hard for him to evade. Although, my goodness. If I could hit with this crummy basic cannon of Fwifo's, that'd be a fun way to pick up the win. But it's really hard to aim because... It doesn't... It's not... Like, the butt missile comes out of the red spoke. But the shots come out between the green and blue spokes. Harder to judge. Alright, well... At grave loss of resources and life. Oh, and in fact, they caught me for exactly the reason I was saying that they might. Just that I lost track of where I was. Came to a stop in space. The autopilot seems to have access to some kind of reverse thrusters that a manual pilot cannot activate. The ability to just stop when it's time. Camera also adjusts to the amount of light that it's drinking up. Okay, from here, if we Beta Capricorni, can't remember if I hit that one, and if I didn't, can't hurt to already be mining on the way out. That's what we're going to do. We're going to hit the Capricorni system. Start with Alpha. We'll go in alphabetical order. That's probably a Spathi chasing me, because I was just kind of kissing the edge of Spathi controlled I don't know though, it's chasing me pretty far. Could easily just be another slow Landro, which is unfortunate since I got off to a terrible combat start today. Big star system, or at least a big central star. The star system itself turns out to be wee. Just a wee little star system hovering a very large star. I misjudged the drift, but I corrected. Here we go. Whoa, and we'll go in spinning. There. Captain James busting out a little whimsy for the crew. It's an iodine world. It's very dangerous down there. Very dangerous. Well, that's a shame. We're not going to get the crew any more killed than we already have. Let's chart a course for Beta Capricorni. And I'll log that in the search log. Captain's log. Alpha Capricorni. One planet. Dangerous. Whoops. Dangerous atmosphere. I wrote it as dangerous, even as I said it as dangerous. Dangerous. With an O. Alright, here we are. Get some mining done. We have one planet that looks like it might be close enough to support some life. Here in the Capricorni, Beta Capricorni system, but who knows? Ho ho. Yes, danger is not even my middle name. It's one part of my hyphenated surname. Azure world. The tectonics are not looking good down there, and there's just a few base metals. It's not worth the risk. A lot of risk management to be done. Star Control 2, bless me. I'll turn to my right shoulder next time since the microphone is just to my left here. Thank you, Waffle Syrup. It's more meaningful when I'm not the one saying it. Yeah, no. So far, the Capricorni series of the Capricorni constellation is all about asking you to put it all on the line for very little reward. Lots of moons here on planet 2, though. And some of them might be promising. Let's find out. Nice pellucid world here. Well, yes and no. There is, an exotic mineral is going to pay off pretty well. It'll pay for more than the fuel it took me to land, but not really that much. Well, 10 units. Yeah. It was worth it. It just wasn't very exciting. Yeah, I'm not an expert in astrology, so I don't know if there's a good Capricorn joke to be made about the unfortunate state. Okay, here we go. Radioactives on a nice, safe radioactive world. I assume that the reason that we never have to think about exposure to radiation is because our ship is properly secured against the planetary lander can handle it. Because that would be my concern if I were asked to land on this planet. The atmosphere is a vacuum. There's literally no weather. Oh, Waffle Syrup, for those of you watching this in the future when I have a YouTube page, so he assumes that even if I could think of a Capricorn joke, it would be pretty Capricorny, which is, of course, itself a very Capricorny thing to say. Well, it's a corny thing to say. I don't know. Is that a Capricorn thing to make corny jokes? Again, I don't know all that much astrology. I know that I myself am an Aries, the ram. I know what the signs are. Gemini, one of the astrological signs to have a Mega Man Robot Master named after it. And for that matter, one of the Mega Man Robot Masters with the best stage music. Bum ba bum bum ba-dum ba bum bum ba-dum ba bum bum ba-dum ba bum bum. That's just the bass line. And even the bass line's catchy. But it's Nintendo Entertainment System. So the sound card is pretty simple. I'm not sure what the instruments are besides bass and drums on that song. If they're synths or pianos or guitars, what they were going for. But, whew, that's a catchy song. Okay, this Copper World is... I think it's low enough risk that it'll pay for itself and a little bit more. It's I don't know. Whoops. Oh no. That was bad. Oh, and you know why. Alright. Turn the cycles down. I gotta figure out how to reconfigure the default way the GOG launches the DOS box, so I don't need to remember to turn it down from 5,000 to 4,000 cycles every time. There we go. Ooh. Ultramarine. And yeah, another case where I think we're just gonna make out okay. Oh, we'll get some biosamples. Let's try it. Let's try it. Be great if it turned out they aren't mobile. Okay, there's some mobile, there's some not. Ooh. These giant one-eyed ducks are extremely fast. But some Some of the life here is just chilling. Ah, of course. I stood still long enough for the lightning to get me. That was a close call. My goodness. I mean, hey, your son earned us double capacity fuel tanks with his sacrifice, madam. He was a hero to all free star systems. Okay, can I get one of these fancy ducks? Probably not. The extremely short firing range of the planetary lander. Oh, I got one. Okay, not pushing my luck. Be great if the Melnorm had sold me a weather shield sooner than a... I mean, it's good to have the protection from the indigent life, too. Oh, hey, it's Christmas Eve in Star Control 2 Galaxy. I'm not sure they're still celebrating Christmas. Actually, you know what? I don't know if this is a memory other people shared. When I was a kid, and I mean still now because I do it because it's a thing I'm nostalgic for, but my family had those Christmas candles that go up in the window. They're part of your outdoor lights, but they're clearly going to shine into your place too. And back in the day, like now you can easily find them with white light bulbs, but back then they had the little like painted fire ones that are now harder to find, but I go looking for them. So anyway, you light those all up, and when I was a kid, at Christmas, I hate this now. I was subjected to some of it because of Danielle's aesthetic preferences at Christmas, but when I was a kid, I would like to just like turn out all the real lights and just have the entire place lit with Christmas lights. So you wind up with that. You can see how, maybe you can see now how I'm tying this around. Bright red glow. Herbal Crusader, welcome. It was worth showing up. I didn't get to see much, but I'm glad to see you had some your viewership is on par with what I've built to over the course of many, many months. Although you probably have the advantage of being a lot less aggressively niche in your game choices than me. So, anyway, to bring it all, yep, my presence is a present, kiss my ass. As Kanye said, I'm just riffing. So, okay, let's mark this a waypoint, and then we'll head from there. Hopefully, to Linces. Hopefully, we'll have the fuel for it. I mean, if we don't, we load a save and we go. All right. Oh, hey, Beta Capricorni paid off well, and I'll note that. Wonderful. Okay. What was I? No, I should. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Chart a course. Ensign, make it so. So yeah, okay. Anyway, I've lost the thread. We're so late now, but it's not even Christmas Eve in the game anymore. Suffice to say, the slave shield will actually give a Christmassy environment to all of Earth. If they can just, if the Earthlings can just tune out the fact that it's actually like that 365 days a year forever, and it's actually very upsetting. If they just focus on the festive appropriateness of it, I mean, that can carry you through December. You can be happy for a month a year living under a slave shield. But then the other 11 months of the year, no good. It's like, I mean, we probably all know people who want to start Christmas in like October. I love Christmas. Had a few years there I was a little grumpy about Christmas, largely because of work, but got back a bit in the spirit this year and plan to try to keep that going. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to say. Oh, now I do. I like Christmas 1 month a year, the month of December, and I can't really bear it before or after that. So the slave shield would be really rough for me in November and January. There we go. Now we'll head here to Theta Draconis. Oh, someone lives in the Draconis system. So perhaps we're gonna make contact with them. You know what? If I don't know, British, what? Okay, hold on. What I will do very quickly, perhaps the manual has helpful information here. Let me do a search for Draconis. Well, it must be in my info. I've heard something about Draconis. The Arlu met aliens here. Okay. That tells me nothing more than what I just said, which is that there are aliens here. Whatever. It's the spirit of exploration. Let's find out. Nice system. Looks like it's got one planet that's pretty close in. I'm not sure if the different colored orbit, the way the orbits change as they get, I don't know if like close enough to the sun for like known forms of life to survive is what that's communicating, or if it's the opposite. It's like, this is like Mercury. This is an arid place where only the Mycon could survive. Auric world. Love gold. Whoops. I'm mashing them up now. I can't imagine at some point soon, not soon, but maybe this year, I want to rewatch the original Austin Powers International Man Mystery. I strongly suspect that film holds up, or perhaps even that I might enjoy it more as an adult than I did as a teenager. And then I suspect that it's diminishing returns after that, to the point that I can't imagine I will ever watch Goldmember again. Although I do love to make that one reference to it. Really odd. Here's a weird trivia fact I can share with you about the film Austin Powers in Goldmember. That I can only tell you this on, like, I read this and it sounded credible to me, and the person, I don't believe they had any reason to lie or feign expertise, but so saw a discussion of the film once where one person said the thing that boggled my mind with this film is that Mike Myers is generally pretty good at accent work, but he doesn't sound Dutch at all apparently in this film. And then someone chimed in and said, well, I've watched the director's commentary, and you've watched the commentary on Austin Powers and Goldmember. Okay. Respect for your dedication to learning about the Uriel worlds. I should have known. Just well, not gonna strike two Oryx in a row. Although actually I have before, so I suppose you can. So I've actually watched the commentary track. So these are two Europeans chiming in. Like the first one who said, like, he does not sound Dutch in this film. And then another person chimed in and said, the strangest part is that in the commentary track, when he talks about developing the Goldmember voice, he comments on like the characteristics of a Dutch accent and then does a Dutch accent. And it sounds right, but it doesn't sound like Goldmember. So, I don't know. Is there something about Goldmember? Like, are we supposed to be learning a secret there? Goldmember is a fake Dutchman. He's actually, I don't know, like Danish. Probably no. In fact, I have no idea. I don't know enough about the vast range of Northern European accents to possibly weigh in there any further. But there's a random piece of trivia that apparently is lodged in my brain forever, because I read some people in a comments section talking about Goldmember once. Slurping up those radioactives. Whoops. Pac-Man'd it around to the other side of the planet. I guess it's not really Pac-Manning it. That's just how planets work, because they're spheres. Unless Pac-Man is supposed to be set on a very tiny sphere, like in Mario Galaxy. But it's just the only perspective they had available to them at the time. Okay, wait. Now that we're getting closer to the core, Let's have a secondary save file. This one needs to be renamed. And also, getting the pkunk off of the save name file screen should be soothing to my conscience. Now that I've failed them and they've been extirpated, I'm gonna cope with my guilt by trying not to think about it at all. Okay, so mid-journey to Lyncis, January 9th. The first, technically this was the first official week of classes, but I decided since during the real online learning year, we did an informal delay where we didn't do any, we were asked not to do like heavy duty instruction in the first week. I thought, why would this situation be any different? And in fact, shouldn't it be much different? Isn't it even more important to have an informal delay since these students haven't done they don't have a semester of online university under their belts? The disappointing part of the informal delay is that it doesn't save me any time or make my first week any easier. It makes my second week a bit easier. But it didn't let me extend the break. Oh well. Well, we got a nice alkali world. I don't think it's worth making the landing. This place is too basic. Heyo. Oh, come on. This tiny little red planet is annoying. There we go. Red moon. But if it's a radioactive moon, I'll forgive it. Sumerian. Alright, we gotta watch out for Conan the Barbarian down there. No, Conan's not down there. Nothing's down there but some common minerals. Not terribly exciting. Alright, this is it then. Tiny little red planet. Boom. Came at it. Slide in sideways. Okay, no. Whatever lives in the Draconis system does not live in Theta Draconis. A metal world should provide base metals, and those are probably corrosives, but who knows? I see a precious. Nothing lives down there. It's certainly not riskless, but I think we can manage. Let's get down there. Okay, dodge some bullet there. Uranium, yes. I was pretty sure these were radioactives. Yeah, it'd be tough. I guess it'd be tough to have a metal world if it's all covered in corrosives. Oh no, the whole planet's corroding. Alright. Make a second drop down. So not only is this game fantastic, which is good, because I waited a long time to play it. It would be a shame to be disappointed. But I suppose waiting a long time to play a game that was released and was critically acclaimed and that people still love many decades later is probably an easier way to avoid disappointment than playing like what am I trying to say here? Like a game that you had to wait a long time to play because it kept on getting delayed. Speaking of which, oh no, let me finish the first thought. Did I take? Yeah, I took my. Feel a little even less focused than usual, but I'm almost positive I did take my pill today. So who knows? Okay, so it took us 90 fuel to get where we are. It's going to take us 60 to go out and back. Yeah. Okay. I think we're not going to make it this time, but we did collect a lot of stuff. I'm going to go back hit Zeman on the way back and drop off those bio samples I collected, get the double fuel tanks, head home, and then... Yeah, you know what? Waffle Syrup, you're right. Let's do more of Draconis right now, because we're here. Eta, Beta, Alpha. I mean, you know, Alpha. It feels like maybe Alpha is the one that is the most likely to be the one they colonized. More in the sense that, like, I don't exactly know how the Alpha Beta, like, who assigned Alpha Beta Delta, Alpha Beta Gamma Delta, etc. Like, who decided which was which? Oh. We're either going to deal with some Stilendro or we're about to meet the locals. Alright. Whoa. What? No, we don't have to... The Thraddash. Okay, you're Ur-Quan Combat Thralls. Culture 19. You know well the value of a good fight. Either you win and prove your superiority, snort, or you lose and are vanquished. That is how fights tend to go. At least fights to the death in the vacuum of space. Okay. Alright. I think what he's saying is that sometimes, you know, you lose the combat because, like, you took a direct hit to your engine, and now you drift in the vacuum of space, but your comrades recover you. And then you're like, oh, next time I'll take evasive maneuvers before my engine takes a hit, or something like that. Huh. It feels like there ought to be... Let's see. Let's just take the... Tell us more. Culture 14, yeah. Probably, those are probably the Spathi. Fought and died, learned and improved. Wait. Okay, Culture 14. Oh. It's... The numbered cultures are all their own cultures. When you were made battle thralls? Oh, conquered by Culture 15. Okay, so cultures are like almost like governments. Okay. This guy does not want to talk. Have you thought about Culture 20? Alright. See you soon, Waffle Syrup. Holy moly. This is grim. The Ur-Quan were the voice of reason here. Okay. Because if there's any way out of this, it's by getting them to realize that the real way to learn and improve is to put it all on the line and fight the Ur-Quan. Well, do you like being slaves? How do you feel? Does it make you feel tough? Okay, they gotta zip in. Sounds like theoretically zipping back out. If nothing else, this is giving me a little bit of a sense of what their deal might be. I was wondering that. Oh. Well, you really might have given some thought to egress before you met an overwhelming foe who you couldn't contend with. We're just pushing this. We're going to push this as far as it goes. Why weren't you in the first game? What's the what's the Watsonian explanation? Hey, to be fair, the Ilrith can rub people the wrong way. I might. Is the sea... Okay. So as a reward, you're still going to kill me, right? Oh. Tough but fair. Of course, immediately, is it going to be another Thraddash? No. Oh, here we go. So nice to see the friggin' Slilandro. Well, this one goes quickly. That'll go pretty quickly when I skip. Okay. Well, Fwifo. Now, let's, okay. Let's do a good job with Fwifo. Duh, that was bad. That was a rough start. Oof. That went poorly. Damn it. Nope. This This is not good. And the escape didn't work. Alright, well, looks like we're going to experience the Thraddash conversation again, but on much faster clicking. Okay. Should have just gone in with the returner. Okay, that's what we'll do next time. In order to keep this show on the road. Alright. No Fwiffos left behind. Hit Gamma Capricorni on the way back. Hopefully, this time around, perhaps we'll just avoid trouble altogether. I'd bet against that. I have a way of getting myself into trouble. Both Captain James and actual James. There we go! Good work, autopilot. Alright. Oh, but then we're not tricking the Thraddash to do something. I want to trick the Thraddash into doing something. Even though I may regret it. Right. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Was going really well until my battery ran out. Oof, hit the planet. Alright, we've lost a lot of people. That's sad. But what are you gonna do? Okay. Meet the Thraddash. Speak to them quickly. Get back on the road. Hey, he called me an unknown species here at the start. But at some point in this, he calls me a human. Pretty good, like, it's a mood, like, not like moody, but it's a kind of like an atmospheric beat. And you've been bamboozled. There we go. Alright, let's hit Gamma Capricorni. We know the bounds of Thraddash space, which will be helpful in the future if we either want to avoid or not avoid further encounters. Alright. Well, I mean, the cost in human life for this voyage was grave. But we're coming back with lots of radioactives and lots of gold. The crew members we lost were worth their weight in gold. It's a horrible way to think of it. Oh, look. Probably another friggin' Slilandro. Relentless. Merciless, unwavering, unforgiving. Well, that might not be a concept that quite works for them. We have one wee little planet here in Gamma Capricorni. So small, you might mistake it for an asteroid or for just a Oh, there's some dust on the monitor. It's a Selenic world covered in nothing much, unless there's stuff living there. Which there's not, or some kind of secret base for some reason, which there's not. Alright. Add Gamma Capricorni. There go the Thraddash. Oh! I see what the Thraddash... Okay. They're going to fight the Kor-Ah, which... I don't know. I don't know how well that's going to work out for them. Here we go. Okay. Theta Draconis. All planets. Radioactives. Gamma Capricorni. Should have done this while the ship was moving. There. Got that done. Here we go. We want to stop at Alpha... nah. I just want to keep it moving. So let's shoot down to here. If we get encountered by a Spathi, fortunately, it's extremely easy to avoid combat with them by simply offering them the option of not engaging you in combat. It's an offer they're always enthusiastic about. Oh my. I'm into the final year that my Melnorm friend will be in the Zeman system, which means something's going to happen soon. The forward march of time in this game is cool. It's stressful too, of course. Every decision you make has a significant weight. Looks like we picked up an eluder on our tail. So we skim the edge of Spathi space. The various ships pursuing you never seem to wind up encountering each other. I'm not 100% sure I got the viewpoint correct there, but it looked to me like the Thraddash circle of influence got smaller as they engaged the Kor-Ah. I don't know. Did I do the right thing by encouraging the Thraddash? Ethically dicey. I mean, they were going to kill us. And to the extent that I've pointed them like a missile at another species, it's the Kor-Ah, the ones who want to kill everything that lives in the entire universe. So I mean, it's a root for injuries kind of situation. Although I do wish I'd feels like there could be a way to talk the Thraddash into something. I was going to say rebellion against the Ur-Quan, but fighting Kor-Ah is just as good. I mean, we have no matter the outcome of that civil war, unless it is an utter Pyrrhic victory for one side, it's not good when that war ends. Oops, I don't need to actually hit this planet. Looking for my Malne friend. Not here. Ah! Hey, pal. Ah. Where's he going? There. Ah. I know I was touched the first time he said it, and I'm grateful again. Just all this, all these folks I shot. Now I would like to make some purchases. I would like to purchase that. Now. Okay. Ah, it is... Okay, confirmation. It's a stun gun on the landers. We're not killing the indigen. We're just incapacitating them and then kidnapping them. So I can feel better about that. Well, I hope I do get to visit again, buddy. You're awfully close to your end times here. Although, the fact that he knows they're coming means it's not going to be the literal... Okay, the Thraddash got... Oh yeah, their circle's shrinking. Well... Was it the right thing to do? I don't know. But... worked out fine for me. Got me out of a tight situation. And we're going home. Probably on the way out, we're going to have to fight a Slalandro. You'd think there'd be a priority override for, hey, you are wasting precious fuel chasing one target across the galaxy. They're obviously very, very simple machines. In some ways. Capable of complex speech, I guess. Or is it pre-recorded? Who knows? Who knows? Alright. Well, we're home. Now we find out if I did collect enough to just keep this show on the road. We shall see. I certainly hope there's no news. We just need some time to breathe. I'm glad to be back in one piece. Well, tell me about it. Seems early to start believing that. I mean, no, I shouldn't. Okay, he's just informing me about the increased price of crew. Look, I'm sorry. 1,000. I mean, that sounds really bad. Actually, you know what? No, it is really bad because they're they're HQP, as they say, high quality personnel. Yep, that's fair. That's fair. Understood, Commander. I will try to take better care of the crew. Come on. Okay. Okay. Yeah, come on, get to the good stuff. Come on. There we go, come on. Like 2,000 for the radioactives? Yes! And then very little for the very small amount of exotics. Well. Okay. I think this is a qualified success. Goodbye, Commander. Certainly don't want you to repeat that depressing bulletin about all the lives that I've caused to die. Let's go and crew up. Now let's fuel up. Probably get another Earthling cruiser because I do like that ship, but because for now I don't even really need double capacity fuel tanks yet. What we need, technology we could really use, is a means of producing cheaper fuel. Because 210 fuel, that's an expensive fuel up. That is a 4,200 unit fuel up. Oof. So, So is it... Okay, no. High efficiency fuel system. Costs more. Can't do it yet. But it's good to have the technology. I think my batteries recharge faster with a dynamo unit. Or I just have more of them. Fusion blaster seems like it will be good to have. But we cannot afford it right now. Okay. And one Earthling cruiser. Try to take better care of it. It's costly. Beyond just the raw cost in human life. The economic costs of maintaining this fleet are significant. Okay. We're refueled. Okay. Take a look at the star map here. Thraddash on the way home. Now, if I was doing a straight shot from Sol to like right around here, it's going to cost me 66 fuel. Right through Spathi space. But that is a better solution, British. And I felt like I was working towards it yesterday. But apparently no muscle memory was actually produced there. I mean, also actually, one of those Earth cruisers, I have a bit of an excuse in that I think I would have won. I was holding the thrusters down when I should have taken my finger off the thruster to do the thing. My ergonomic keyboard makes it actually terribly unergonomic to use the default keyboard controls, which is problematic. Okay, so if we shoot right through Spathi space, I mean, it's fuel efficient. We can get up there. Or I could say, you know what, we need to do... Yeah, you know what, that's it. Let's see if we can get the Spathi on board and also see if we can score some resources from their territory. And then we will make the larger journey. So let's start with Eta Illuminati, straight here on the edge of their space. First, let me look up the Spathi in the manual. Boom. Next, please. Next, please. There we go. No, doesn't say what their home planet is, which would be a time saver. But we also do need to be harvesting. Okay, here we go. Throw in a save. We'll keep using this tentative save. And we are technically still mid-journey to Lyncis, just in a much broader sense of mid and journey than when we first made that save. Because I do think if we can have a really fruitful resource gathering expedition here in Spathi occupied space, we could get one of those high capacity fuel tanks, really fuel her up, and hopefully make it more comfortably to the Lyncis system, which is gonna, boys, again, the Lyncis constellation. Sorry, gotta keep my terminology more precise here. Alright. I might do some practice when this Slilandro eventually catches me. I cannot lose this Earthling cruiser so quickly. So maybe I'll gimmick it. And, oh-ho! Eta Illuminati, if nothing else, is planetful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, actually, geez, I was about to say, it's no Sol system, but technically, I guess we only have 8. Right, that's an ongoing thing, right? I know there was a little bit of, no, it is a planet counter controversy at some point. I don't know. I don't know the status of Pluto right now. A halide world. I think those are corrosives. Does it cost much to land? No. So the corrosives even probably pay for themselves, and if I'm reading it wrong and the radioactives, jump for joy. But I think I'm reading it right. Yeah. Oh well. No huge risks. Lots of bromine and astatine just laying around down here on Eta Illuminati, Planet 8. And we're out of there. It's a living. Just slowly but surely trawling the galaxy for everything that we can strip from every planet. Might get tricky in a future peacetime to continue to grow with this mining-based approach. An infrared world, unless there's freaky infrared creatures down there, and there's not. Just be hard on the eyes. My assumption is that just looking around when you're on an infrared world is very similar to playing a Virtual Boy. So not something you want to do for any great period of time. Gas giant that's got some moons. Gas giants love to have moons. I believe on account of their massive size. They have a strong gravitational pull despite... I assume they're not... I don't know. What the hell do I know? I'm not an astronomer. But I would assume being... a gas is inherently less dense than a solid, right? But the massive size of them? I don't know. I should... Probably one result of this game is I'm going to wind up wanting to get some popular science books about... Well, it doesn't cost much to land and it's pretty low risk. So even though it's just some base metals, some calcium, keep our bones nice and strong. It's fine. You know, for a long time I was part of a longitudinal study. I haven't thought of this in years. But for like 15 years, I was involved in a longitudinal study about osteoporosis. I wonder if they just... No, because they had my parents' contact information on account of the constant moving around that you do when you're a young person. So I don't know. Maybe the study wrapped, but it seems like a longitudinal study about osteoporosis. You'd really want your subjects to do some legit aging. Or maybe just when I'm 40, I'm going to get a call. Hey, come let us throw you in the densometer or whatever device it was to collect data about my bones. Okay, so the indigent life here is nice and slow and not super aggressive. Doesn't have any kind of crazy... I was worried for a moment they might have... Oh, different thing. Yeah. That one has more of a cockroach-like defense mechanism. Except instead of reacting to the kitchen light coming on, it's reacting to being shot. But yeah, the nice slow pace and general lack of aggression makes this a pretty good place to be harvesting biosamples. And we've harvested many, in addition to almost filling our coffers with a variety of moderate value minerals. Not so bad, Planet 6. Thank you. Oh, Moon 2 of Planet 6. You know what would be a cool feature that they could have easily put in this game? I'm not tech shaming them with something that they couldn't have possibly done. Hey. Oh, for a second I thought we might have a radioactive moon on our hands. Carbide world with just a bunch of lousy junk that no one cares about. They could let you name the planets as you discover them, and the moons and stuff. I don't know how many people would even use such a feature. But it's just a little dull when every planet is just numbered based on its distance from the star, from the sun of its system. I might run out of mythological references eventually, because there are a lot of planets in this game. Halide world, which as we've learned, is just corrosives. But it's also super safe to land, and we have a lot of capacity in our ship. Nah. Forget it. Odds are, since I'm planning on this being a fruitful expedition, I just wind up jettisoning that junk anyway. Okay, here we come. Is it violet? Is it purple? It's a pellucid world. Pellucid worlds. It's always nice to see them, but it'd be nice to see one that was a little more resource rich. Although, of course, those 9 units are going to be worth, what, 225 resource units? So, definitely more than I would have got by mining that halide world and all its lousy corrosives. Welcome back, Waffle Syrup. I do not believe that took you an hour unless time is just flying by. Okay, we are about to make some contact with a Spathi. Oh, a bunch of Spathi. Yeah. No, it's all good. Yes. As long as maybe it'll get different as we get closer to the home planet, or maybe there are some braid Spathi, although I'm very, very skeptical of that, actually. It does seem to be a serious cultural thing. We are going to check out this planet. Yeah, that's right, Spathi. I don't know if you're guarding something important here. Some base metals. But no, nothing on the energy scan. They're just chilling. That's fine. But yeah, we obviously need to find a higher ranking Spathi if we're going to get anywhere. Because the dialogue options are extremely limited. I mean, I suppose it did turn out that once I bit the bullet and started using the sexist comments on the appearance and garb of the Cyrene, that I was successful at opening up new meaningful dialogue. So maybe if I pick the one where I'm like, hey, you look funny, just like, really kind of seems like in our massive intergalactic society, we ought to be past the marveling at the fact that beings that grew up in different solar systems in completely different atmospheres and environments, in completely unrelated evolutionary chains, wound up looking different. This isn't Star Trek. No shame to Star Trek. I understand the budgetary challenges that would come with trying to have like Spathi interacting with William Shatner, let alone Picard, Janeway, any of them, whatever the person's called in this new show, Discovery. Saw a few episodes of that. Wasn't for me, but Powered Anyone was enjoying it. Lots of astatine down here. Thorium, actinium, radium. Whew. Alright, we gotta make 2 landings here. And even with basically Earth equivalent gravity, I think. Is it 1G? I don't know. I didn't actually look. I saw the fuel cost is exactly 1. Am I correct in assuming? Okay. So 0.5 G. So landing this planetary lander on Earth would cost 2 fuel. Am I understanding that correctly? I don't know. Well, thank you. This is going well. This is a promising expedition. Even more promising, of course, if we can Make friends with the Spathi. Gain the capacity to build replacement looters. Stop sending Fwifo into battle and then winding up having to reload. Noble world. And what do you know? Just packed with, radon, neon, the whole gang. Got my invitation to become an affiliate today. I got to read about the program, of course. And I can't imagine being able to come up with any incentives for subscribers in the next few months, which are going to be very busy in my life. But I mean, I suppose I can just apply just in case my metrics go through the floor. I don't think they're going to. I think things have been picking up lately. Even the aborted on Thursday, Greg and I tried to do friendly competition remotely because my boy Typhoid Greggy, we call, he got the yes, I'll start offering proofreading services. Oh my goodness. No, I can't stack that on top of okay, those are just corrosives and some base metals, but it looks pretty safe down there. The landing is inexpensive. Let's do it. So yeah, I think my calculation is correct. I think it would cost 2 fuel to land on Earth. But that is based on an assumption that I think is right, but that could easily be wrong. That the measurement of G is just based on the gravity of Earth. I assume Earth has 1 G. Because that seems like the way... It seems like an intuitive reference point, right? On that note, I saw seen some arguments not recently even, it was like a couple months ago, but now they've been put in mind. People arguing that, Americans arguing that while the metric system is obviously pretty superior for most things, a lot of people like to talk about height and weight still using feet and inches and pounds. But even that, like, I know that's not universal. I know in Europe, I think you'd say you give your weight, your mass in kilograms. But they said the one way in which it is unambiguously superior to use imperial is Fahrenheit versus Celsius. And I don't know about that. I don't have a strong opinion on the subject, but they were saying like Fahrenheit offers more nuance and it's more easy to relate to, like you hear a temperature, you can more easily tell what it is. Like, and they're saying like, people that like Celsius go on about how, because we're built around water, so 0 is the freezing point of water, 100 is the boiling point of water. Like, what does that matter to us? But I think I don't know. To me, maybe you have to live in a place that gets cold a lot, because I do know that the person I saw originating this conversation lives in San Diego. So maybe it's different there, but all I know, Fahrenheit for the in your apartment temperature is something I have a little bit of a grasp on, just in the sense that most of the thermostats I've ever had don't do Celsius. But when I had a smart thermostat, I turned it to Celsius because I understood what it was saying much more clearly. So, yeah. I don't know. But this was not, weird parochialism about America, rah, rah, because these people were acknowledging the superiority of metric in other cases. I don't know. Probably not super important. But who knows? Alright, let's take a look at the cargo, how we're doing. That sounds right. 23, 24 Celsius, ideal for a room. Okay, how are we doing? We're not doing bad, but we need a lot more of everything. I mean, it is great to have those 9 exotics, but yeah, I need more radioactives, more exotics, more precious, more everything. So, we're early days here in this journey. So let's hit the star map and pick a new system. Alright. The Thraddash have been Thraddashed, and they're limping on home. It does seem quite possible that Alpha Illuminati, once again, I'm just thinking the Alpha and the big star, maybe that's where they live. So let's close in on it. Let's hit Delta Illuminati. Mean whilst I will get out here. Too late, I see that there was a better way to set up my spreadsheet. Because I have 3 columns. One for the star system, and then one for what I searched while I was there, and then one for what I found while I was there. And it seems, with benefit of hindsight, that I should have done constellation column, merge the cells there, so that then I could run down all the different star systems in a second column, and then carry on. It wouldn't take forever to fix that, but it would take some time. And highly questionable that I will decide to put that time in, but we'll see at some point. Alright. Checking out the Delta Illuminati system as we close in on big ol' red dwarf looking other place. No, this Azure world is too dangerous to be worth landing for the trash that it has on it. Alright. I think the red ones are the most promising here. The purple ones are, I mean, it could always be pellucid. And if it was pellucid and mineral rich, all the better. Yeah, Sumerian worlds. Robert E. Howard's Conan the Barbarian stories are a lot of fun, and some of them are just really good genre fiction. Like, there's this one, I can't remember what exactly it's called. It's a very short story. It's Conan as pirate phase, and he and his men get marooned on this strange island, and there's these weird sort of eldritch monsters, and the eldritch monsters do very strange things with the people they capture, and then Conan fights them, and then they leave. Pretty good story. Ooh, this is a metal world, but like it's a serious metal world, and yeah, no. You need a lot more down there to tempt me, unless you've also got like a hidden base. Yeah. No. Don't need no part of that. But one thing that he was really bad at, that you might guess, based on the fact that he was a 1920s and 30s writer of sword and sorcery fiction, is that in most of them, the women, even when like there's like a cool pirate queen, like she's described as being like extremely slender and supple, and for some reason, despite being again a pirate queen, she's naked all the time. Why is this place so horrible? Did I misread the... No. It's just a really crummy place. Oh, it's the temperature, I bet. The fact that it's 610 degrees Celsius might have been a clue that I wasn't supposed to land there. Okay, well, don't tell the commander, but those particular of his people that he sent me out with died for nothing. And it was a horrible death. Yeah, this was looking pellucid from the word go. Once again, not a lot down there, but doesn't need to be that much. Especially with the nice low 0.18 Gs. Oh no, it's 561 degrees Celsius here. I think a lot of these planets are just... Oh, and it's a... Okay. Extremely high temperatures are a clue. We know that now. Hello, jackalopes. Welcome to the chat. All right, we've learned something very valuable. But at what cost? Yeah, I mean, well, they die and I learn waffle syrup. It's, I mean, yeah, it is very true that I live. Captain James. Yeah, I thought maybe because like the 600 planet was blazing, but then like I've never had a pellucid world be on fire, and I just thought maybe because they're pretty and purple that they never would be. So I thought, maybe I'm just over interpreting the temperature data. No, 1711 degrees Celsius. Let's apply our newfound knowledge and just give that one a pass. Thank you, Delta Illuminati. Yeah, like that's well beyond like you can fry an egg on the sidewalk. That's like you could be in orbit around that pellucid world light years away. Not light years, but far away, and hold your egg up and hard boil it on a humid day. Okay, well, thanks for teaching me a valuable lesson, Delta Illuminati system. What did I find here? I found it that fire hot. Okay. Come on, Spathi. I would love this to be a situation I can easily intimidate my way out of. Nope. Okay. Well, I just don't believe you when you say that anymore. Yeah, why? Yeah. Why am I... it's not like I'm not personally bewildered. I understand very well why they do this. It's what they're programmed to do. Alright. Well, let's see what we can do. Well, I mean, you know what? If this goes bad, then the crew of the first lander can rejoice because they're getting save stated back to life. Oh no, this crew's dying and it's my fault. Captain Graham the Third. Yeah, I screwed up hard at the start there because it's deceptive how my this crummy controller still gets input whether or not the window is where I'm focused. So I was in the spreadsheet. So the keyboard was in the spreadsheet. And that cost Graham his life. Which is a shame. And this is also actually going really bad so far. We need those dynamo units. And we'll acquire them next time. Alright, well, there. For the sake of continuing to have a crew, we're just going to bypass the Delta system entirely this time because the main thing that we got there was an important lesson about touching the stove, and we can keep that with us. That's not a stat box that needs to be checked off. There's no truth value in the game code that we need to change to indicate that I now know not to land on a planet that is many, many, many times the boiling point of water, as we just discussed. Let's find out about Alpha Illuminati. Here we are. It's the Landro in hot pursuit. Oh, hey. Hey, buddy. And this is how we can tell that they're, you know, they have some kind of network communication. So I'm meeting this dude for the first time, but he knows I'm the best customer. Well, looks like those biological units I harvested, there were a lot of them. They're just not very interesting, I guess. I mean, most of them look like big slugs, so maybe those are just not super compelling specimens. Pleasure dealing with you too. Thank you for freeing up a tiny little bit of space in the ship's hold. And as always, for your delightful song. Still my favorite. Pellucid? It's 450 degrees Celsius. Oh, there's nothing down there. Okay, I'm thinking... Is that what the... Hold on. Does the manual say anything about what the color of the orbits mean? I mean, because one theory might be that red means hot. And that would make sense, this giant red dwarf star. Okay. Orbit? Entering... interplanetary travel. Whoa. Displaying moons. Planetary orbit. Planet types. Descriptions. Oh, hey. There's a whole section that I'm only seeing for the first time. I've been talking about... I want to find out what these planetary types are. Alright. There's nothing to tell me what the color coding means, but I bet I have a strong feeling that as we explore this Alpha Illuminati system, we're going to discover that none of these planets are hospitable to land on. It's a theory. I mean, this is a gas giant. I don't know why I'm even pulling up. Oh no, it's a magma world. Very hot. Out of curiosity, yeah, it's a magma world. Oh, there's lava monsters down there. That does not actually make it more appealing to land on. Note to the Alpha Illuminati, Planet 6 Tourism Bureau. You want to emphasize something other than the magma and the magma beasts. So I don't know. I don't know what the angle is to get people to vacation on Planet 6 Alpha Illuminati. Vulcan. No, because that's Star Trek world. Yeah, okay. I don't think we're going to get much out of here. So, I also do not think it's going to turn out that the Spathi actually have their home planet here. So, let's just verify one more. Especially like a blue world. This is like an ultramarine world, but it's too hot to land on. Hydrocarbon world, 784 degrees Celsius. Okay, yep. Important lesson. Red dwarf stars do not make for hospitable solar systems. I was so disturbed as a child when I learned that one day the sun will die. I remember being very troubled, reading it in a science book I got out from the library in like the 3rd grade, and talking to my dad about it that night when I couldn't sleep. It was like, you know, and what do you say to a kid to comfort them about that? You explain to them, of course, you'll be dead long before that happens. Still a grim thought. No, I mean, that's also a grim thought. Buddy. Not... Yeah, it's a completely accurate statement. You know, you will not be here to witness the heat death of the planet Earth. Because my son, you will be dead. But yeah, there's an element of that is just not comforting. Let's just get down to business. What are we? Who are we all kidding here? We know how this is gonna go. All right, Captain Graham. All systems go. No. Oh. No. Captain Graham is doomed. Or is he? Yes, he is, because I'm going to hit the planet. You won't miss much, Waffle Syrup. Just me fighting a friggin' Slalandro drone again and again and again. Well, yeah, no, we can't live with that. I gotta balance between a general desire to let what happens except when Fwifo's involved, but also a general desire to, even if this first blind playthrough is going to end in an unwinnable state, I don't want it to be because I killed so many humans that I drove the cost of crew up to, like, you know, double digits, triple digits, and then just had to give up in the war. Now let's get down to business. Come on, Captain Grant. You are... No, really bad luck that basically your hopes of fighting a Slalandro with an Earthling cruiser depend hugely, at least for me, on a starting position. If the dogfight starts, the two of you very close, it's unlikely to go great. Whereas if you get a little distance so that you can build up some momentum and get them chasing you, well, then you're cooking with gas. You can actually get something going on. All right, trying once more to check out Beta Illuminati. I guess what I could do here, now that I've accepted it, I'm going to be saving a bunch until I get through this fight. I should create that save. I believe it gives me the option to make the save right here in the pre-combat menu, the encounter menu. Yep. So, all in, because ultimately I am capable of defeating these things. So, I will do it. And then carry on. Just get right down to business here. Alright, thrusters to full. One direct hit. Ah, we were off to a decent start, actually. Didn't matter in the end. And then that went super well. I mean, maybe I should just... You have a bad fight with the returner, though, you can lose... I mean, whatever. If I'm in a reload cycle, what does it matter? Let's get some returner practice in. I've been too cavalier with Earthling cruisers all along. I like the ship, but it just... It has its difficulties. its disadvantages. Ugh. Really ill-timed asteroid there. Yeah. But at what cost? Okay. Now, this is just a good practice opportunity. Will I ever get consistently good at these battles? Every now and then I'd pop off just a real good fight. But it's not coming through for me consistently at all. And my absolute best fights have been Earthling cruisers, at least when fighting the Salandra. This not being an example. But just yesterday, I had at least one flawless victory. Here we go. I won't give up on you, Captain Graham III, like I gave up on your uncle and your brother. What I know, like, Fwifo is good at avoiding the Salandra, not at hitting it. The Zopfot pick would be useless. Their extreme close range weapon is not well suited to counter-attacking. Alright. Hitting the friggin' planet. In this case, not entirely my fault. Because it was well disguised in the blue starfield. Am I happy with 14 crew deaths? I'm not happy. But I am happy to keep on going. So let's carry on. Let's say, you know what? We tried our best. We're just not very good. And yet, for whatever reason, the Starbase Commander has a lot of faith. If the orbit lines tell us something about temperature, this is promising. An infrared world at minus 213 degrees Celsius. For whatever reason, we're better at dealing with that. But nothing worth landing there for. So let's see what's going on this purple moon. Or violet moon, as the case may be. A pellucid moon, perhaps? No, it is purple. It's very purple. It's a straight up purple world, and unless there's some freaky purple creatures down there, nah. Onward. No, I should be more thorough. Ultimately, volume. We have a lot of room in the hold, and rare earths are... or base metals, I should say, are not bad. Ugh. Acid world, nothing at all exciting down there unless there's acid monsters. Nope. Well, maybe Planet 1 will deliver something exciting. I'm skeptical. Boom. Slide on in. Real smooth piloting there. It is a green world. That was obvious from the get-go. Alright, here we go. Ha! Dodging the lightning so far. Absolutely wonderful if our Melnorn friends would start selling the secrets of the lightning rod. But okay, well, we've strip mined the Beta Illuminati system of whatever we felt was worthwhile. Onward. I mean, we got lots of fuel. We're not going to need to use too much fuel except for landing purposes, on account of Spathi space being awful darn close to Earthling space, as they call it. Okay. Well, maybe I'm looking at the other systems, constellations in Spathi space on the map here. Maybe the Gruis system is right, or the Gruis constellation is right at the heart of the whole thing. So perhaps that's where we'll find the Spathi homeworld, and we can get to work intimidating them into fighting for the cause of freedom. Defend your freedom or die. Do what we say and fight for your freedom, for your right to be free. Okay. Epsilon Gruis. Let's get started there. We're leaving Beta Illuminati, so let's note that it was whatever. Might be a Spathi trying to chase us down, in which case we'll at least be able to easily avoid combat. Here we are. Here we go. One planet to check out here in Epsilon Gruis. Probably no exciting new dialogue from this Spathi, so... Oh! This might be an important planet to them. Who's the eluder now? I'll check out this purple looking moon. It's something. Okay. So I learned from the manual, although it's also kind of implicit in the image, that it's impossible to actually win a fight, a battle. Like, you can win each individual battle, but this represents a limitless supply of Spathi and does suggest, what is the secret cipher? Yeah, is it Huffy Muffy Guffy? It is the Spathi High Council. That's great. Not that I'm that intimidated by you. Oh. Well. We come in peace. No doubt. Let's try this. It'd be great if they were... No. Fair enough. We share information. No. The Spathi High Council are a little braver. I mean, they're braver than Fwifo. But, okay, sure. It's not buying the bluff. But we do have this cool looking ship. Hard to deny that. But that's why we're trying to put together a... Can I bluff my way through this? I'm on the track now. Aha! Okay, here we go. A side quest. Yes, jackalopes. I need to look into. I'm into this now, but I gotta try to. What did he just say? Destroy the evil ones. Wipe the evil ones from the face of Spathiwa. Okay, tell me more about the evil ones. Yes, please do. Tell me the whole backstory. Gotta find some YouTube clips of dialogue I've already seen. That's the trick. Avoiding spoilers. Find out more about this voice acting. I have been told that the Yehad are Scottish. Which once I knew that, I was like, oh yeah, their dialogue actually reads very Scottish. The darkness. When the evil ones came. Yeah, it's a wonderful. I'm gonna need to do the recap text to find out what everything that was said here. My goodness, the evil ones sound terrible. Wow, that's progress. But I guess with the giant family size of the Spathi, they probably are capable of putting a lot of resources to bear on research and development. I have a thought to finish Jackalopes, but okay. Just gonna quickly reread. Okay, the home planet Spathiwa, they were happy, blah blah, primitive nomadic, complex agrarian society, writing on clay tablets. It's very I like the idea that they were writing the clay tablets before they learned their own language. It doesn't make any sense, of course, but it's funny. Okay, so the evil ones are. Is this going to be like a planetary battle? Like, is the planet lander going into war? So yeah, Jackalopes. The Yehad being Scottish, in addition to the fact that then you could look at the dialogue and kind of see oh yeah, I see how this is this was intended even before they didn't just pick Scottish as a random voice acting gimmick. But that the fact that they're also pterodactyls and they're constantly going and it works so well because it's like a pterodactyl, but it's also it's a really good gag. Yes, I accept. All right. So they're gonna work on a eulogy. Is this Spathiwa? I actually wasn't clear on that. This file name is extremely undescriptive of what's really going on now, but we'll live with that. This is... I haven't yet. Oh, do you have any important facts? No, you know what? Take care. But, alright. We've already got them kind of on the hook. I just want to... Is Planet 1 of Epsilon Gruis Spathiwa? I don't think it is. And yet, it's a water world. It's certainly landable. It's very temperate. There's lots of things down there. Lots of things. This feels like what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know why I'm making another save. I just made a save. That'll save me maneuvering back to this planet if this expedition goes drastically wrong. Certainly the evil ones sound like they move. Now the upgrade that Melnor was offering for better guns sounds very appealing. Perhaps we will wind up needing to resort to that. Let's try to land somewhere nice and clear. No, wait. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. But if these are the evil ones, that's very strange, because they do not move. If nothing else, this will almost certainly allow me to purchase that upgrade if I do actually have to go somewhere and fight a bunch of moving life forms. I guess aliens would be the right word, because they are not indigent to Spathiwa. I don't think. It would be I guess it would be a very Spathi kind of thing for them to be utterly terrified of these very, very indolent creatures. Because they have legs, and their little sprites seem like bipedal, I think, if I'm reading that visual right. Well, no, Waffle Syrup, we confirmed that that it's just a stun gun. So we're only kidnapping these bears, who may or may not be the evil ones who terrorize the Spathi. I kind of suspect not, but... Well, if nothing else, we got a whole lot of biosamples there. And, you know, failing that, we'll explore the rest of the Gruis system. Constellation. We're back. Those, yeah, perfect. Those were the evil ones. This is great. This seems, on the one hand, it seems too easy. On the other hand, it could easily just be a thing that the game thought I would instinctively do much, much, much earlier. And so it's supposed to be easy. Either way, they asked us to come back, so let's go a harvesting. A mining, I should say. But Epsilon Gruis. One planet. And it's Spathiwa. Good stuff. Okay. Where can we go next? Delta Gruis. Yeah, it's definitely funny. It's and very well suited to the Spathi, who are utterly hilarious. Consistently. It's a simple, single joke, but it's very, very funny. That's in tabletop RPGs, if you're trying to make a funny character, whether it's an NPC or for your own character, that's also the secret. You actually only just need one joke, and then you just need to improvise variations on that one joke. Okay, this Crimson World is very cold. Nothing lives there. And it'll be modestly, try to say, couldn't decide if I thought it would be modest or moderate. But modestly rewarding. Certainly it will pay for much more than the fuel it took to land. And I guess at the end of the day, especially if you don't lose any crew, that counts as success. If you have more than it costs you to go down, it's working out. Let's keep on with these moons. I would love it if those were some pellucid moons here in this much more hospitable temperature. Sumerian world. Nothing. Yeah, I get it. Well, I mean, you never know when there's... No, it's too cold. And it's atmosphere was a vacuum. So, any life that could survive down there would be extremely alien. Nearly unrecognizable to us. Chondrite. And it is... it's real tectonic down there. So, no thank you. The earthquake moon. Oh, what about this one? It's super dense. It is not just dense. It is exceptionally dense. And also harsh with the tectonics. So let's see if planet 3 is a little more lucrative. Hey, more Spathi. My goodness. They're yeah, what can you tell me? What's new? Okay, great. Oh. What was it? Sound it out. Okay. Okay. Gotta put that in the info sheet. Okay. New star appeared and vanished between Circini and Chandrasekhar. Constellations. I am taking notes, jackalopes. I have a spreadsheet where I keep track of both the information that's been shared with me and the planets I've searched and what I've found there. Huh. Yeah, jackalopes, there's no retaining all of these hints in memory by any means. No, I'm interested. Please tell me the secrets of Star Control 2. Oh ho. Okay. Okay, this went well. Oh goodness, we're gonna get constantly hailed. This is the Pekunk all over again, except I like the Spathi more than the Pekunk. Oh, I shouldn't say that, especially now that the Pekunk are dead because I couldn't figure out how to save them in time. No, I should let myself off the hook a little. They're dead because they made a really bad decision, and I tried to explain to them. Down on this dust world, it's okay. Just avoid earthquakes, and we'll hoover up some base metals. Whoa. No casualties. Dust world strip mined. Thank you very much. Moon 2 of Planet 3. Ba-dum-bum-bum. That's always promising. A noble world. Just packed with noble elements. Let's get down there. That was very close to being a disastrous landing. Ooh, some argon. Whoops. Some radon. Not a lot of... Oh, lots of radon. A little neon. Nice variety here. Oh, there's more radon. Some xenon. We're covering that whole little section of the periodic table. Okay. Thank you, Planet 3. I mean, Moon 1, Planet 3. And now if we can get out of here without any further unproductive conversations with our dear friends, the Spathi. We got a couple of purple planets. This purple planet is just a gas giant, but it does have a purple moon. Possibly a violet moon. Boom, ba-dum, boom. No, super dense. Nope. Not doing it. We grow them dense in this part of the galaxy. Not sure exactly where you're heading, pal. Oh. Same place I'm heading. That's fine. Just let me make planetfall without getting on my nerves here. Thank you. Chondrite world, but yeah, it's not worth it. Not at all. I mean, just a very small sampling of commons. Whew. I got time here. I don't know that I titled the episode after something I'm not sure I'm actually going to do, which is the journey to the what's it system. Oh, did I do this planet too? Am I done here? Yes, I just did this. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Delta Gruis. You were I also hope to not be eaten by monsters, so thank you for those well wishes. Okay. Let's take a look at the cargo hold. See how we're doing here. Because to the net cost of upgrading one of my fuel cells to a double capacity would only be 500 because I can recycle the one. Pay 500 out. Then of course it's the fuel up cost, but we haven't used that much fuel. So do I have enough to go back? I probably do, but let's hit one more system. Stop back by Spathi to see if they're ready for rewarding us. Zeta. Yeah, let's do Zeta. Why not? And we're leaving Delta. Delta to Zeta. Ensign, make it so. Delta Gruis. Take care. Alright. We're out on the open space. Well, yellow is always promising. We've got a strange looking Spathi that's flickering. What does that mean? Oop. Suppose we'll find out on the... Whoa! Lots of Spathi here in Zeta Gruis. They're really occupying this constellation. My goodness, they want to talk. Hopefully this is not a rogue, a splinter cell of Spathi who... Ho ho! A decent temperature. Tectonic's not great, but we'll try to be quick here and score. Okay, try to be quick here. Yeah, 13. That's a good size too. 13, 11, 15. So what? 28, 39. 39 exotic minerals. Not too shabby. Okay, let's get through this conversation. Goodbye. Be great if there was a leave me alone button you could press that would cause your allies to not chase you down and hail you. But okay, they're orbiting a gas giant, so I don't need to try to navigate through them to land on it, which is nice. It's an Itric world. It's an Itrix world. Some stuff living down there. There's lots of stuff to get. Looks pretty safe. Let's land. So, returning to a thought that I began expressing, I think, well over an hour ago at this point. Oh my goodness. Some serious looking indigent life here. Real big magma blob monsters. Perhaps that... Ah! Okay. That's really a shame. How many folks just lost their lives because I paused to look at the map, basically. Not me looking at a map, but, you know. A navigation joke. Okay. We'll get out of here. Okay, back to Epsilon Gruis to hopefully collect a reward from our new allies, Spathi. Hopefully the reward is, here are the schematics for our Eluder starfighters. We didn't snitch on Fwifo, which I feel good about. I had a feeling, as soon as that conversation started, you know, just call it intuition, that the Spathi, even though they were demanding to know how I found out the secret code, I felt strongly that they would be easy to get off course, off track. Alright, so now, come on, team. Just I'm happy to see you too, folks. No, they haven't landed. They haven't made the trip yet. So, we'll try the... Goodbye, I hope that you remain well. So perhaps I was unfair to the Bekunk. This seems to just be ally behavior. More broadly. Good. I'm glad that you're happy, but we were speaking about a reward earlier? Yeah, come on. Yeah, this would be useful information. I don't see that, to be honest. Ah! Yeah, I'm not a killer. An alliance. Where we're friends. We're already friends. Let's okay. The only language they understand is bullying. Excellent. Excellent. There. Now, odds seem pretty good that that delegation is going to share the blueprints, the schematics, the assembly instructions for the Spathi looter. Alright. Well, it's time to go home, but let's, I know we already did Eta Illuminati. We didn't do Theta Illuminati, so let's hit... Hey, we didn't do Eta Illuminati at all. Or we did and it was all too hot. Okay, I know we didn't do Theta. Let's hit Theta. We'll go home. And then... hopefully, I've got the wiggle room, time-wise, to actually go to the Lyncis constellation. We shall see. I usually like to end back at Earth. I don't... maybe it just... gotta end it on a voyage. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Here we go. It is a modestly temperatured solar system. Planets that a young man could probably safely land on. So let's do that. If it's worth it. I know your trick, Halide World. Playing with the fact the corrosives, a not very valuable mineral, are color coded quite similarly. No, come on. I want to hit the purple. Yeah, here we go. Doop doopy doop 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 doo doo. Chondrite. Disastrous. Whoops. No, I don't need the star map. Bringing it in. Oh man. I got a DM tonight. So, actually, right. That's a reminder. There's not as much wiggle room as I might like to think, because in 3 hours I have to start DMing. Fortunately, it's an MP. I'm doing a real pure dungeon crawl, so I don't have to do too many character voices. It's a drastic change from my normal style of DMing, but I've been not on Twitch playing wizardry lately. Oops. Looking at the wrong end of the ship. That would have been a real slick ride in the orbit kind of move. Oh well. Yeah. I'm playing wizardry. The original wizardry. And so I just, Sumerian. And, oh, of course. It's a vacuum and everything. It sucks. Sumerian worlds look cool. I like their palette. Iodine world. We'll do it. I think those are just corrosives. On account of the name of the world. But oh, ship's entirely full. What am I? Oh, those poor people died for nothing. Let's go home. Holds full. We got a load of exotics in there. We got some radioactives. I don't think we have that much precious, but we made it okay. I think that the quest to save the galaxy will remain economically viable. And I just won't even... I'm not even going to record that I went there, since I didn't do anything while I was there. No. Should be thorough. I'll make a note that I haven't done much there. Alright, that's probably a Salandro chasing us and not the delegation actually being represented in real time. I'm hopeful that the delegation will have arrived when I arrive, and that it just happened. Though needing to be represented on screen on the ship's radar. And here we are. Boom. He knows his Earth trajectory. Okay. So, we're starting from 2323 resource units. Oh, God. Commander, I hate when you let me know anything. Oh, right. No, thank you. Thank you for letting me know this. I'm glad to hear that, Commander. That's great news. Hell yeah. It was, wasn't it? Okay. Let's find out how we did. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Ooh. Now we're talking. Getting to the good stuff. Right after the rare earths. I don't think we had any precious. There we are. Radioactives. And very nice. Very, very nice. Keeping it blazing, Commander. Blazing up. We keep it 420, Commander. If that primitive Earth slang has survived. Blazing all day. Okay. Well, let's build a new looter. And now let's crew up. Mashing the crew up button. My youthful experience playing track and field games paying off. See, I'd be boom. That's a good time on the 100-meter dash right there. Should the Pekunk ships aren't that useful to me, but those are the last survivors of the Pekunk. I suppose minusing the ship doesn't actually... You probably don't jettison the crew into the vacuum of space. I hope. Okay. So, let's swap out a fuel module. Oh, okay. No, there is a label. Although, actually, now I remember what the fuel tanks are anyway. We will recycle the fuel tank. And then we'll add a high capacity fuel system. Maximum fuel to 60. That's more promising for the Linsis expedition. So for 260, that means we need over 2,000 resource unit fuel up, but we can do it. I think we'll have more money, more resource units than we had when we left. Which is a good place to be. What? Ah, no, I thought it seemed like it jumped me down right at my former maximum of 210. I thought something might have gone wrong. But what went wrong was just my crummy controller registering a down input that was not there. Okay, $29.95. I mean, the weapon module that seems the most promising. Oh, a dynamo unit. More battery. Ugh. I'll make decisions like that after this attempt to reach okay. So this will be our safe at home save. Spathi Alliance achieved January 9th. And then we'll use the other one if we need to save along the way, so we don't wind up in some catastrophe here. Gotta be responsible. When it lets you have multiple save games in a PC game, you really want to fan them out just in case. This game seems much more tighter in its programming than the game that taught me that lesson. Fallout 2. Oh my. Fallout 2 was... Alright, we'll make a stop at Theta Draconis, which is no longer in the Thraddash Circle of Influence. And from there, to the Linces system. Maybe we'll find this thing that Admiral Vux wants. We certainly won't be delivering it to him today, no matter what happens. But this is what I wanted to do, and I'm doing it. So that's good. It's a good place to be. Just in life in general. If you're doing the thing you want to do, congratulations. At any given time. Unless you're hurting someone else. Which I don't think I can be reasonably said to be doing by having fun streaming this game. Any new dialogue options? Not that they ever produce anything new for natural, fair enough reasons. Alright, yeah, goodbye. Yeah. Alright. Who should fight the fight? Let's give Snurfle a try. If this doesn't go well, I mean, I can just go back and spam it with the returner or whatever. It's such a good judge of the friggin' range of the butt missiles. Oh no. Snurfle's taking it on the chin. He landed one hit in that. Okay. My pledge to myself, but also to you, the viewers, is that by next weekend, I will get these keyboard controls remapped so I'm not doing this extremely suboptimal thing where I'm using the buttons on a gamepad and the keys to steer when the steering cannot be registered at the same time as the shooting. Creates some really bad situations. And yeah, we lost Snurfle immediately. We're loading. We're not taking that. I got a whole stern warning about being casual with human life. And except for the captains, who I understand must be Spathi. Although it was Fwifo just telling me that because it works in his benefit for me to believe that. Yeah, no, we don't want to lose 30 lives at the very start of this journey. Okay. Here we go. We do this right. I hope. Chart a course. Ensign, make it so. If the autopilot can just pull off one of its... No, it can't. Because the Cylindro is not right on top of the solar system, is it? We're gonna... No matter what, we're going straight into it. That's fine. I'll just do better this time. Or I won't. One of those things will happen. At least for time-saving purposes, I will throw it in a save. And don't have to change the name. Because we're back on that journey. Dun, 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 dun. Be great if you could get extremely complex DOSBox emulation behavior such that it would like overclock the CPU cycles during saving, just to make it take away from even the momentary pause there while you wait. There. We lost 10, but that's not bad. And resource unit wise, and I think that makes sense, the Cylindro are pretty rewarding. I think they give more than the Ur-Quan Dreadnoughts and the Core Marauders. Which is, makes sense because their whole thing is that they're out harvesting minerals all day, and also they themselves are like crystals, so they are minerals. Hopefully we don't get flagged down by too many Spathi as we shoot through their space here. Maybe not any. That'd be nice. Just a nice smooth ride, uninterrupted. Someday, and when I say someday, I probably mean in May of this year. I like to occasionally try a longer stream. I usually tend to top out around 3 hours. But especially lately, there's often a pretty steady climb in the metrics. I like to see what happens if I went beyond that. And also sometimes I just want to waste an entire day playing a game. If I do that, I need to figure out, I need to set myself a timer where I will actually take an intermission where I stand up and maybe eat an apple, drink a protein shake, touch my toes. It's already pretty unergonomic for me to sit here for 3 hours, even if I'm sitting up reasonably straight. Thank you very much, Yoga with Adrian. Long journey when you're not making a lot of waypoint stops along the way, but it makes it fuel efficient. We only just hit 210, our previous fuel max, so that's good. We must be almost there. Gotta look at the map. I gotta know. Alright. Yeah, 10.8 more fuel. So a little over 60 to get there. I think we're gonna have enough. And I mean, if we don't, I will learn something about the Lyncis constellation that I can apply next time I pick it up. So we'll take that, take the optimist's view, the glass half full, the corny teacher thing, where I think it's never a waste of your time if you learn something. Okay, we don't actually need to stop here though, so I'll take manual control for a moment. I should not be taking manual control with the controller though. That's how awful it is. Menkar, just a unique individual star. Let's start with Epsilon Lyncis, because Epsilon Gruis paid off very well. And to get there is going to take what? 26.2. So we'll be at, and it was about 68 to get here. 68, 74, 94, 94 there and back. Seems doable. Now that we have that direct line through Spathi space, it's more doable than it would have been in the past. Another thing about a long stream, of course, is that the human larynx was not built for hours on end of speaking. And so if you notice that when you turn it early in the stream, I have no problem maintaining a constant flow of words. Then later in the stream, I grab moments to sit silently. Mini vocal rest. Okay. It is a Epsilon Lyncis has got a lot going on. Here, 167 fuel, so it took almost 100 to get here. $93 to be precise. So 186 just for the round trip leaves us with not as much, 74 fuel units to play with. So we're not going to be landing on any halide worlds unless there's like an outpost down there, which there is not. Got to remember to always do the bioscans here, because the point of getting here is to try to find this specimen that Admiral Vux is after. A Selenic world. Nothing really going on. Not worth the landing. Okay. At most, I got like 20 minutes here. So hopefully something turns up. Is it worth landing? Won't cost too much fuel. Won't be super rewarding. Hopefully I find something rewarding down here somewhere, because it does occur to me that it's going to be an expensive refuel. Although I guess our the alliance with the Spathi, not that I ever should have been timid about entering the Spathi sphere of influence, but now that there's no risk there, that provides a lot of near home star systems. So if the fuel thing doesn't work out, because this was a crummy voyage, which I hope it's not, we do have a way back. We have a way to deal with it. Okay. Well, very low gravity, so might as well. Hold on. Anything living? No. No dust bunnies down there. I'm receiving messages that I should probably look at just in case they're coming from the other room and saying, "What the hell, dude? Let's have supper." Uno momento. No. In the clear. Alright. Thank you, Planet 7, I guess. Come on. This one, I want to believe. Come on. No urea, no urea. No lanthanide. Yes. Treasure world. Well, you gotta make a second landing anyway. Even though the gravity is pretty significant here, it is certainly gonna pay for itself. Just gotta keep an eye on the fuel. I suppose in a worst, not the worst case scenario, but a not necessarily success case scenario would be not finding anything and not having enough fuel to explore the entire Lindsys system right now, but coming home with enough riches to put some more high efficiency fuel units on there. Selenic. It's... What would it cost? That doesn't cost much. Rare earths are pretty good. Let's do it. Let's do it. Whoops. Playing chicken with the aluminum. Really hard to... Not impossible, but... What is it, like 12-point turning? Very tough to turn by exactly 1 point. Alright. Thank you, Moon of Planet 5. Vinilogist World. Once again, it's... that is a lot of fuel, though. No. That's where I draw the line. What does this place think it is? Earth? It's practically 1g of gravity. What are you showing off for, pal? Suppose that inner planet might be promising in terms of finding this thing. Specimen. Dust world. Oh, the weather's... or the tectonics actually are bad. You're gonna have lots of dust when you're subject to an endless series of cascading earthquakes. Coming in backwards. Sliding in butt first. And it's Crimson World with small number of rare earths. It's low gravity. There's some things living down there. Get some biosamples. Why not? Oh, good. And they're stationary. Oh, goodness. Well, that was clumsy of me. I just thought that I would stun it much faster than I did. 5 shots. Remember that and count them. 1, 2, 3. We're not all hitting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Great. All right. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. We've lost 5 brave young men and women. Oh, that's planet 2. Was the... oh yeah, here's planet 3. Looking pretty gas giant-y, but that means moons. And we got 1 yellow moon here, which could... doesn't necessarily mean... nah. It's one of my least favorite kinds of worlds. A Urea world. Not only because it's so harsh to live on, because it gets your hopes up. You found a treasure or auric world. Opalescent world. Pretty. Oh, and actually a wealth of rare earths down there. So that's worth landing for. Especially because it's pretty safe. Looks like. There we go. Bunch of lithium. I guess for whatever reason lithium is just not as important. In the future. I guess they've moved beyond the Li-ion battery. Okay. Closing off the moons. We'll do this blue one and then the red one. Successfully resisting the temptation to go, ooh, is that a... maybe it's not a gas giant, but it obviously is. Looking harsh down on this azure moon. So we'll just carry on. Maybe this red moon will be radioactive. Nope. Sumerian. Okay. Let's check the one remaining planet. We can check this one off, and we can see what else we can do whilst we're here. I should look at the hint from Admiral Vooks again. Does it have anything that might narrow my focus? It doesn't. I don't see any hint, at any rate, of which of the Lyncis or whatever. Don't even know if it is Lyncis. Just an acid world, unless there's... okay. Well, I guess the idea is I go down to this hot, but in a like uncomfortable for humans, but we could live their way. I do not think that these purple worms are the precious specimen. What about these weird flowers? I don't know. Just gotta look around. I do not think that I've found the precious specimen. It just seems unlikely that it's going to be either worms or these amoeba things. Alright, get out of there. Thank you, Epsilon Linsis. I think we got time to do one more Linsis star system. So how deep could I get? Because if I go out, 5.3 out, 5.3 back. You know, okay. I think I can squeeze Gamma and Delta both time-wise and with enough fuel to make it back alive-wise. What we will do is make a mid-expedition save in case I'm badly wrong about that. Or even just mildly wrong. When I'm talking about can I survive all the way home, even being slightly wrong is catastrophic. To Delta Linsis. Meanwhile, I'll record that Epsilon Linsis was not rewarding in terms of finding this weird specimen. If only Admiral Vux could have been more descriptive of what he was looking for. Okay. Well, this one won't take long to check out, to investigate. Pellucid? Nah, barren. There's no pellucid life forms down there either. Not that I'm sure what those would be. Not knowing at all what the word pellucid means. Besides the possibility of exotic minerals. Okay, another close to the planet. It's blue. This could be a water world. Life really appreciates a water world. It is a water world. Nothing too exciting in terms of minerals, but yes, we do have life. So let's get down there and shoot that life. That's the wacky, aggressive trees. Well. Oh, come on, lightning. This thing is... Should be reading this out loud. But they said they finally captured this beast. It took a while, but it came down. But we only had a few seconds to get it into the magnetic restrainer before it started thrashing around again. Even as I make this report, that damn monster is shrieking like a steam engine and trying to tear its way free. I hope that we know what we're doing, bringing that thing aboard. If it gets free inside the ship, Captain, well, just don't want to think about it. Returning to ship. Yes, bring back that horrible thing. I think we found what we want. Let's look at the manifest for a general sense of this has not been a rewarding journey yet. But that's ultimately a problem for future James. Because I think here we are. No, you know what? Let's do one more. Let's check out Gamma Linsis. That'll be 1.6. Oh yeah, we got the fuel to get home. Of course, we need to hit some planets on the way home. Hopefully, to be great to find some more stuff. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. That'll be it. Not finding that out till next weekend. But maybe we'll hit the jackpot here. Oh yes. So that was Delta Linsis, right? So, all planets. Specimen! So we found this very aggressive specimen. I guess I want to be careful to make sure that I go back to Admiral Vux, just in case, before I talk to the Melnorm again, just in case there's a possibility that you give away the extremely precious quest item sample. I am certainly glad that I installed the shields. That I purchased those shields from our friends, the Melnor. Alright. First moon of Planet 3, not showing me much. The second moon of Planet 3. Halide world. Well, I mean, it's loaded with corrosives, but they're still just corrosives. Even volume isn't really going to do much for you in corrosives. Cimmerian. Is this the richest Cimmerian world that ever existed? Of course not. Just spinning out. But you come to a complete stop when transitioning screens. Well, the near planet and broader solar system screens. The different levels of zoom. Nope. I mean, it's not nothing. And the gravity's low. There are no red things down there on this crimson world. It's relatively safe. Let's do it. More for the rare earths, or the base metals, sorry. Then for the corrosives. And please, crew, make sure you're storing those separately. Ah, screw you, lightning. I got your number. Not worth crossing this entire zappy planet. Well, thanks for not all that much, Gamelinsis, but cool. There we go. All right, we're mid-journey. We almost certainly have enough fuel to make us home. We almost certainly have the specimen that Admiral Vux wants, which very possibly would have been the start of a line that might save Kunk. But at the very least, I'm hoping it's the start of a thread that will get the Shafixty back to us, which maybe will help us with the AHAT. Well, all we knew is find out. So, there we go. This was a fruitful couple of days of star control. We're down a Kunk, but we got the Spathi on board. And we saw a bunch of stuff, and we learned the backstory of the Ur-Quan, which is cool. And yeah, all right. I still, am I gonna wind up in an unwinnable state in this playthrough? Seems quite possible, but I don't feel like I'm anywhere near there yet. Having a ton of fun, all the much more because of you folks coming to hang out with me while I do it. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this week will be less disrupted than last week. First, Greg and I tried to do friendly competition and had terrible internet connection because we had to do it remotely. But hopefully Greg will be well enough and he'll just be here in my living room. Thanks for tuning in, Jackalopes. Hopefully Friday Night Forgotten Circles happens, and then I'll be back next weekend. So, until those celestial bodies come into alignment for us all once again, take care of yourselves. And be kind. I should have lined up my clicking off finger first. Take care of yourselves, and be kind to everyone you meet.